It's a pretty frigid December day in our nation's capital. We got our space heaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. The enthusiasm for football here on these folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
On first down, Huntley. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
This is out quickly to the right. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Could have gone with a ground game there. Opted for the quick pass. Well, I don't know that it would have mattered, Charles, but it didn't work out.
In a lot of these offenses, yards after catch are built in without explicitly saying it. In this case, he didn't make anyone miss out on the perimeter. Got tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And brings up 4th down.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 22-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here. from the 8. They've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a nice tackle there by the safety, but in truth, he's really playing linebacker because he's lined up so close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to read and react with force and make the play behind the line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
3rd and goal for Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Thrown away and incomplete.
Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Carter now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Huntley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
With the carry for Carolina.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get himself.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Huntley. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up. 54.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On 1st down, here's Love. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Huntley. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Complete to Terry McLaurin. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Panthers 3, Washington 0.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Huntley looking downfield for Godwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
By the Panthers.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He was taken down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
second down, McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory.
McCaffrey on the carry.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Carolina.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made by Chase Young.
Chase Young on the tackle.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Come on, let's go.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You didn't. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First and 10. Huntley. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And that'll set him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Out of the gun, Geis. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun. Huntley. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw on second down, Huntley. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Huntley. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's a gain of
23 yards on the play.
And a Panther first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Huntley. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing, Bridgewater. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Here's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
On the keeper. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Bridgewater to throw it. Being chased out left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
The game at 10.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get at it.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
With the carry,
bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Down at the 42.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Bridgewater. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Jonathan.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 35-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A quick throw by Bridgewater. That's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first. Bridgewater on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Panthers 17, Washington 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Geis. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up
on 3rd down. Huntley slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Bridgewater now from the 50. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is caught. A big play there for Carolina. 49 yards.
1st and goal.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense. But on game day, they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
The point after.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 32-yard line.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Off play action. Huntley. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
48-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there in the game.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Running to start the drive is Love. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. From the gun, Huntley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Washington! Chris Godwin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
On 40 extra point.
So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 to Mark, boy. 56. Check 56. All right. You got that. You got that.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there, tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start the drive with Love here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley, he can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Right there.
On 1st down, Huntley. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brought down by.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He's brought down at the 20.
Washington on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Yetur Gross-Matos. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
For Carolina.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. There he goes, left side.
Got it.
Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw again. Huntley escaping the pressure right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
It's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Washington 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
He was covered by Trey Boston.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Huntley. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Back to the air on second down. Huntley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. A physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Huntley. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. To throw on third down. Huntley. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Joey Sly lining up.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown.
Good.
Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Washington.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Huntley. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the rookie Jeremy Chin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A second and 11 from the 19. Bridgewater here to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. On third down, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Reuben Foster picks it, and that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Panthers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Washington, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.